Yo, what's going on, my friends? It's your boy Jada on Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you're all having a blessed Sunday. We are live and back in action with another Sunday watch list where I'm going to break down the exact stocks, setups, levels, market structure, and everything you guys need to know to be confident going into this coming trading week. So, that being said, if you guys do get value from this video, all I ask is you tap in, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get to the money together. Now, to start things out, let's first take a look at what data we have for the week, as this is always important to us as traders. We don't want to get caught blindsided. First and foremost, Monday, none. Got a no data Monday. Tuesday, advanced trade balance, Case-Shiller, consumer confidence, decent one. Wednesday, we have ADP, GDP, PC. That should give us some movement, PMI. Wednesday is actually a decent day, with the icing on the cake being Microsoft and Meta earnings. That should be good for tech Wednesday after hours and Thursday's intraday trading day. On Thursday, May 1st, we have initial jobless claims. We love May. It's your boy's birthday month. We're almost 30 years old, going on 29. We have Apple and Amazon earnings, and then Friday, we have NFP, non-farm payroll. So, should be a volatile end of the week. I'm looking forward to it. We are on a 40-day win streak. 40 green days in a row trading live together inside Team Bull. And if you guys are not a member of that already, I have a free Discord where I trade live for you guys free at least once a week, as of lately, multiple times a week. I have prop from education, prop from discounts, and much more value to you guys as the traders, as a show of support for you guys watching the channel and learning and choosing me as your mentor. So that being said, let's go ahead and go over to our setups now. Let's talk about what we have going on for the week. Now, there's something I wanted to point out first. With this rally up, the main question people have is, does this continue, or is this the lower high? Well, we're at a pretty critical inflection point. You see, if you go and you put our Fibonacci retracements on, and you go from our previous high down to our current low, we're right here at the 50% retracement and the 61.8% retracement. So if we're going to reject, it's somewhere in here between 408 and 20,000. I know that's a pretty broad range, but right now at this 19,439, 19,400 area, call it, I'm not going to try to short this right away. I would like to see us make another higher low in here, and then once we get up to 20,000 area, this is where you can look for the shorts. If you're going from a swing perspective, you'd have to look for a daily or a weekly close above this to stop. Or from a day trading perspective, you watch price action on the 5 and the 15 minute in this area, and then you act accordingly. If it gives us a signal, we short it down for the move down. If it doesn't give us the signal, we don't take the trade. It's as simple as that. So from a daily perspective, as far as volume goes, this volume looks pretty good to the upside. This candle was a little misleading, but these next two, decent volume here, as you guys may or may not know. Price typically will move up on less volume. That's not super uncommon. What I really like seeing on downside moves is aggressive downside volume to correlate with the candle, but it's not as uncommon for price to move up off a little less volume. This is pretty standard. So I'd like to see us continue on up. Right now, that's where it looks like the cards are stacked. And as far as our weekly levels go, let's go check that out as well. Same thing, higher weekly volume, aggressive move up, almost no selling on this. So for a pullback, I'd like to see a pullback to 360 to 268 for longs. I think this could be a good little grab and rip of liquidity. I will watch that. If we fail this 250, 260 area, we do have room back down to this candle open from the previous week at 300. So I will watch that. It's not my most ideal setup. I'd like to see us come down, test this 220, 230, 260 area, these 200s from this wick high, and then move on up past this 50%, targeting this 61.8. If we move above the 61.8 at 2021, we have room to this next wick high at 20,500. That's how I'm going to be looking at things from a macro standpoint, from a daily standpoint, and weekly standpoint. From an intraday, we watch how market opens. We wait the first 15 minutes as we've been doing. We stay accurate, and we catch winners. It's pretty simple. Now on ES, let's go check out ES. Pretty much same structure. On that, we have this aggressive green candle with aggressive green volume. Same deal. We pull up our Fibonacci retracements tool from the highs down to the lows, and we're right above that 50% under the 61.8. So again, I'd like to see us move down to this 5,500 all the way down to 5,460-ish, move back down to this 50%, and then move on up to this 5,600 area, where if you're looking to short, this would be the area for macro, from a macro perspective. If you're not looking to short, you wait for a break and hold above this, and then we target these previous wick highs up here at 5,800. That's how you're going to play this week. That's how I'm going to play this week. And then, of course, my intraday setups. Now, as far as it goes for individual stocks, let's look at Tesla. This looks like it's ready to break out. Aggressive move up, extremely aggressive volume. I'm going to be looking to buy up any higher lows this week unless we crack and hold below 260 again. I'd like to see us move down to this 260 area, hold 270s, and then rip up. If we get this break above 290 to 300, we could have an aggressive squeeze to the upside. There's been a lot of people short Tesla. There will be a lot of very, very sorry bears if we get this aggressive move. So you might argue that this is a head and shoulders. You got shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2 forming for a move down. The volume doesn't look like that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. This looks like it's ready as long as the market doesn't die for a nice move to the upside. So that's what I'll personally be watching, is for a pullback down, buying up dips, an aggressive move over 290 for longs. My bias on Tesla this week as of now is long. I am bullish. That could change if we break and hold below 260, 250. That does change. That could change things up a little bit, but for now, that's what I'm looking at. And finally, let's go look at NVIDIA. This thing's been consolidating in this 100s to 120s, or below 120, excuse me. Not a whole lot here. Nice volume. We have this trend line down that's been pretty straightforward. If we break and hold above this 115, 120, we could get a nice rally up to our previous highs, start that uptrend back up. For now, I'm just going to stay patient on it. I haven't traded NVIDIA much lately. I've been focused on NQ and SPY, primarily NQ for the most part. I've been dialed in on NQ, completely crushing my futures trading. So I'm going to wait for good setups to stay patient on NVIDIA, stay patient on Tesla. Though Tesla, that chart is looking like it wants to drag me back in. Now, I always like to end you guys off on these weekly watch lists with some words of wisdom and some words of movement forwards, in that you guys got to choose discipline this week. I tell you every single week, you cannot be a profitable trader and a disciplined trader while not being a disciplined person. I look at it like this. Whenever I start struggling in my trading, whenever I start struggling with my confidence, which has not been an issue the past 40 trading days, I'm on a massive win streak. But how I got to this point of having this massive win streak was I dialed in my daily habits. I had to make sure my daily life, I was operating at A+ potential. I was operating with a mindset that was A+. I went in and I did some experimentation with my position size. I tried 1 to 2 minis. I tried 10 micros, 20 micros, 30 micros, 50 micros. And I found that with how my edge has been hitting, I do much better trading 15 to 30 micros, highest being 45, so 3 minis. And I'm executing that with a little wider stops for the Trump market and able to capitalize on the setups I know will work. Sometimes they just take a little bit more room to breathe. And so between mixing my mental health and my mental clarity, operating at its highest potential, and having my position sizing, my risk management, and my edge dialed in, that's been a recipe to make $10,000 plus the last 3 weeks. Well, I made $9,300 this last week. We're going to round it up to 10 because I made $13,000 plus the week before. Dial in your mental, dial in your position sizing, dial in your system. Stay patient at market open. There's no need to rush anything. Keep your strategy as simple as you can. Always define your risk first. And all those different aspects of your trading and facets lead to profitability and keeping the money you make. It also makes your trading much less stressful. Coffee's got me burping. So trade smart, trade safe, stay patient, stay focused, and keep your trading on the right path. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys in my weekly videos. Make sure you guys tap in, join the free Discord below. God bless.